So towards the end of chapter 2, section 3, there's what's called a weighted mean. So weighted mean is a little different. I don't think the calculator can be done with this one. You have to kind of do this by hand because of this weighted thing. So we don't have a formula set up for this one just yet in the calculator. So to calculate a weighted mean, and remember x bar represents mean, but this is going to be a special mean. The way we find a weighted mean is it's going to be the summation of the entries times the weight of the entries divided by the sum of the weights. So remember, this is a summation symbol. So basically what this means then is this x bar represents the word mean, and the summation of x times w, remember, when you multiply, that's the word product. So the sum of the products of the entries and the weights. And then we're going to divide by the sum of the weights. So as we come across here, a lot of times this is going to happen with grades. So in your grade, that you do have a weighted grade. Your homework is 20% of your weight, and your tests are 8% of weight. So your actual grade is a weighted concept. So a student receives the grade shown below with an A worth 4 points, a B worth 3 points, and a C worth 2 points, and a D worth 1 point. What is the student's grade point average? You may remember that in high school as GPA. And GPA was a driving force behind scholarships. So it's kind of a weighted mean. So what we pick up on are these entries. The entries are these A, B's, and C's, but we're actually an A mathematically is going to be 4 points. This is going to be the entries. A B is going to be worth 3. A C is going to be worth 2. And a D would earn you 1 point. So the entries come from the point values of the A, B, C, and D. Now the weight, notice that from the rest of this, in A, we have 1 4-credit hour class. So notice that since there's 4 credits to be possible, 1 times 4 would give us a weight of 4. So if I multiply those together, this is going to be the product of X and W. So I'm going to make a little third column here. That's going to be 16. So the B was this worth 3 points. But as far as this weight goes, there was 2 3-credit classes. So the weight is actually going to be this 2 times 3. There's 6 credits actually to be able to be earned there. So 2 times 3 would actually give me 6 credits actually. And then together, 3 times 6 gives us an 18. That's going to be the product of the entry and its weight, since there's like 6 threes, if you will. The C is 1 3-credit. No, so you're only going to earn 3 credits there. So this is going to be a weight of 3 because 2 times 3, 1 times 3 is going to be your weight, but then 2 times 3 is going to be your entry times your weight. That'd be a 6. So then we have the D. We have 1 2-credit class. So 1 2-credit class, that means 1 times 2 would give me a weight of 2. There would actually be 2 Ds of credits. And then together, 1 times 2 would give us this entry times the weight would give us that weight of 2. So notice that in this here, this column is going to be the sum of your weights. So that means you add this column together, that's going to be 10, 15. So that's going to be a 15. And then your product of your entry and your weight, we're going to be adding these numbers together. That's a 34, a 40, and a 42. So that's going to be the sum of your entry times your weight. So you got to actually multiply those together. And then we're going to add those products together. That was 42. So to get our weighted mean, we have this x bar is going to be then this 42 divided by this 15. So if we use a calculator there, I'm not going to pull up my other calculator. I'm just going to do that by hand on my handheld calculator. So if I can get that to work, 42 divided by 15, we end up with this 2.8. So his GPA average would be like a 2.8. So notice that he only had 1A. A lot of his grades were B's, but also had a C and a D, which is going to kind of drop that below 3.0 because you had 3 and 2 there. So that's going to carry a little bit more downward motion than the 4 credits of the A. So notice that it's kind of skewing more so below the 3. There's 5 here and 4 there, so it's going to push it down to 2.8. So that's going to be how you would calculate a weighted mean. So you have to identify the entries. And remember, the weight is, in this case, it's the credits. One 4 credit, our class gives us these 4 credits. And then that 4 times 4 gives us 16. And that's how we kind of move forward in determining the weighted mean.